All right, Geometry 1. This is your second lesson, and I think your second video as well. And it's on to 1.02, Basic Constructions. And we're going to be using a MathsPad construction tool, and you can find that in the curriculum. So when we're making constructions, one of the first things we're really looking at is this notion of congruence. And what does it mean to be congruent? Well, two geometric figures are congruent. So this is the definition of congruent. If their segments or parts are the same length, their angles are congruent, and any other measurements are the same. So I say any other measurements, like for a circle, the radius needs to be the same. And then the diameter would as well. And we use a sign. The symbol for congruence is like this. It's two lines, like an equal sign, with a squiggly line over the top. So we say that shape A is congruent to shape B, like that. That's what we do. All right. So if we have two lines, for example, so I'm going to make a little line here, and I'm going to call this line A, A, B. And then I'm going to be real lazy here, and I'm just going to copy that and paste it, because this will ensure that those two are congruent. CD, so I can say line segment AB is congruent to line segment CD. And notice that I put the line segment symbol over the top. In the way that we mark it on the line segments themselves is we put a line through it like that says this line segment is congruent to this line segment, and this line tells me that that's true. If there were some other line segment here, like that, and let's say this is line segment EF, then it wouldn't make sense for us to put that line there, because that says they're congruent, but they're clearly not. So we wouldn't put that line segment there. And you could say, line segment AB is, and we don't do this much, not congruent to line segment EF, but that works. You can say that. All right. And what I could do is I could put two lines there. Let's use red just to show that I'm doing the same idea. This says that this is not congruent to that. Okay. Questions so far? So thank you. So the idea of congruence is important when it comes to thinking about constructions, which this lesson is about constructions. And so one of the important aspects of this idea of a construction is an arc. And we make an arc with a compass. So there's a compass tool, and I'm going to show the compass tool right here. This is the compass, okay? And we can move it around when we grab here. If we grab this side, it stretches, it opens and closes. We can lock it here, and then I can't move it, but I can turn it. So I can't change this is the how we change the size, the length of the size of the circle, because really we can make a circle like that, okay? So this is how we change the size of that circle. And so that is a compass. And so the thing I wanted to define, though, is an arc. An arc is a section of the circumference of a circle. Or the distance around a circle from one point on the circle to another point on the circle. So that's what an arc is. And arcs are a really important part of doing constructions, okay? So we're going to start by copying a line segment by hand. Now these steps are shown in the lesson, and I'm not going to write down all of the steps here, but I'm going to demonstrate how to follow the steps. You might want to write these steps down in the curriculum, okay? In your notes, and you can find them in the curriculum. In this case, starting on it's on page 4 for copying a line segment. So first I'm going to get rid of this compass. It's kind of an annoying tool, I'm going to be honest. It'll just show back up like that. So I'm going to grab it and I'm going to move it out of the way for now. And so I'm going to make 2 points, point A and B. I'm going to connect those points. And notice I changed the size of my pen that I'm drawing with here. I find it to be useful. So this is point A. And that was a very good looking A compared to what I normally can write with this tool. I use a mouse and it makes it really hard. Now, so we have this line segment AB, and we're going to try to construct a copy or a congruent line segment, all right? So I'm going to start by just making point C right here. That's my point C. Whoops. Oh well. So that's kind of a big thick C there, but whatever. That is my next step, is to put the third point there that's not on the original line segment. And the next thing is I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to put it on one of these endpoints. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to put it on A, and I'm going to take so that's the pointy part of the compass. I don't know what it's called. And I'm going to measure out here to B. So notice that my compass, the span of my compass, is open so that the length from the pointy part to the pencil is the length of segment AB. And then I'm going to lock it and move this. This will make now a circle. And I want to change the thickness of that. Sorry, there we go. And I'm going to go all the way around. And now what I've done is I've created a circle where the radius is the length of segment AB. So that means that I can take and put a point anywhere on that circle. There's a point, and I'm going to call that point D. And now when I connect that point D to point C, because the radius of the circle was the same as the length of segment AB, this segment that I've created is congruent to AB. So that is how I make a copy of a line segment, or more accurately, I create a segment that is congruent to my segment. And the steps are, again, on page 4 of the curriculum.